everyone, what is going on? So doing another meta simplified guide on the Pokemon I think are going to be the best, and this is for the Nightfall Cup, the new Silph Arena themed cup for December. Now, for those that don't know, the eligible types are going to be Ice, Fighting, Normal, Ground, and Poison, and the only thing that's banned is Mega Evolution. Nothing else is banned. You could use anything as long as it's from one of these 5 types. So as usual, I did an S plus tier, an S tier, and A tier, and then other choices and solid team options with the help of pvpoke.com, so definitely go ahead and check them out. You probably already do, but I gotta give them a shout out because I use them all the time and they are absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this cup for a little bit. So yeah, this is gonna heavily favor ice types, but we do have a core team that people don't like. The double Razor Leaf team is definitely eligible for this cup. No Bastiodon, but you can use Galarian Stunfisk. So I do think you might run into a team like that. But the good thing is you get to see their team, so you might know if they have 2 Razor Leaf users in Stunfisk, you know that they could possibly bring it with them. So you could have counters ready and waiting on your team to counter that. Or if you're the double Razor Leaf user, you could be like, okay, I'll bring another 3 Pokemon, I won't bring those 3, and then throw your opponent off. So it's a lot of mind games, but that's why we love seeing the opponent's team and getting a feel for it. But for the S plus tier, we do have Frostlass, currently ranked number 1 on PvPoke, for good reason. It's amazing. It's just, Powder Snow charges up fast. It hits hard with Avalanche and Shadow Ball. Very powerful Pokemon. It's doing super effective and neutral damage to pretty much everything in the format. It really provides great coverage. You're gonna see this on probably every team, if not almost every team. I would totally recommend at least trying it out, but you'll probably use it. Medicham is probably the best fighting type in this format, in my opinion. So I'm not sure what moveset you might want to run. Counter, Ice Punch, and Dynamic Punch. You could also throw in Power Punch instead of Dynamic Punch, maybe. But I think I like the Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch aspect for the hard-hitting damage. Next up, we do have that Shadow Victreebel, and I know this is probably going to upset a lot of people, but again, it is eligible and it's definitely a good Pokemon, so you could use it with the double Razor Leaf strategy, or you could use it alone. It's going to be a Pokemon you probably will see. Now, am I wrong? We'll have to find out. Hopefully you guys probably hope that I am wrong and you don't face many Shadow Victreebel, but at the end of the day, it is solid. And the thing is, yes, there's a lot of good ice types in this format. For example, Frostlass, which will be doing a pretty good amount of damage, but at the same time, that Razor Leaf from Shadow Victreebel is going to be doing a lot of damage to Frostlass and to Cast Form Snowy, for example. Abomasnow is resisting it though, so there's that, but it's still doing a lot of damage. Next up, we have that Galarian Stunfisk, so it's definitely good on that double Razor Leaf team, but it's good in general, so you'll probably see this Pokemon quite a bit. Actually, I really love this one. One of my favorite Pokemon. It's pretty much one of the best in the Open Great League, so you'll see it. Next up, we have the S tier. We have Swampert leading things off. I was actually going to put Swampert in the S plus tier. The only reason I moved it down, one, is because of the double Razor Leaf users, and we have quite a bit of grass types, and Swampert doesn't like that, so that's why I put it in the S tier. But, I could totally see it being in the S plus tier. Again, you don't necessarily, if you see the double Razor Leaf on your opponent's team, you don't have to bring Swampert with you. So Swampert's definitely a really solid pick, and definitely between S and S plus in my opinion, probably, but closer to S plus. It's definitely really good. We have the second Shadow Razor Leaf user, probably the second best one outside of Victreebel. You could use the regular one as well, but the Shadow one's just doing a lot more damage. We have Blaziken. Now, Blaziken is a fire type, so it is resisting Razor Leaf. It's still taking a lot because it's so squishy. So if you use Blaziken up against, for example, Shadow Victreebel, it's not going to seem like it's resisting the Razor Leaf damage just because of how squishy it is, but it is really good. However, if you're using counter, Victreebel and the Gloom, the poison types, are going to be resisting that. So Blaze Kick will be doing a lot. Blast Burn, obviously enough to knock out those Pokemon. It has a Sky High attack, so definitely a pretty good pick, but definitely super squishy. It's still going to be taking a lot from the Razor Leaf damage. Then we have Abomasnow. Again, it is an Ice type, so it's going to be dealing super effective damage to grass types, and it's also going to be resisting the grass moves like Razor Leaf. So this is probably going to be really big. I like the Shadow variant. I love the Shadow variant in Open Great League. It's the only one I use, honestly, but the regular one is good as well, or the Shadow one, whichever one you want to go with. So that's the S tier, and then we have the A tier. We have Cast Form Snowy. Now we know how fast Weather Ball is. We've seen it on previous cast forms in like even the Rainy cast form, right? We've seen in all the other cast forms, Sunny cast form. It's definitely powerful for this cup. Weather Ball definitely pretty spammy. I think my preferred ice type is probably Frostlass, but cast form definitely an option for you. We do have Venusaur. Venusaur, again, going to double resist because it's a grass and poison type. Double resist the Razor Leaf damage, so that's why it earns a spot on the A tier. It's going to be really good, but it is also taking super effective damage from all the powerful ice types, so there's that, but it's still a really powerful Pokemon, doing a lot of damage with Frenzy Plant as well if you have the Community Day move. Articuno or Shadow Articuno. Definitely a really good lead. I really like Articuno as a lead Pokemon. Ice Shot, Icy Wind, and then Hurricane if you have the Legacy move. If you don't, you can go Ancient Power, but if you have the Legacy move, Hurricane's probably the way to go. It's a flying type, so it's going to be resisting those Razor Leaf, those pesky Razor Leaf uses, so there's quite a few counters to Razor Leaf, so if your opponent sees that you have multiple counters to it, they might opt not to bring that set. You'll have to judge it out and see. But yeah, definitely doing super effective damage with that, lowering, debuffing, right? Debuffing the attacks on the opponent's Pokemon after the Icy Wind. So, you guys know I love Articuno. I use it a lot in the Ultra League, so definitely a powerful pick. Gallade / Shadow Gallade. Super effective damage to the poison types. Fighting types as well besides Medicham and Scrafty. But if you're running another fighting type, it's just a powerful pick. I mean, doing a lot of damage, getting to Leaf Blade in 3 confusions. Close combat is 4 confusions, so it's really, really fast, really powerful, really squishy, but really fast, really powerful. Okay, those are my S+, S, and A tiers. So let me know if you have a different opinion, and let me know what team of 6 you plan on picking for this cup. But we do have the other choices. We have another Razor Leaf user. We have Shadow Vileplume, so definitely a solid pick. I think Gloom is a little bit better, but Vileplume definitely solid as well. You can go with that if you want to go instead of Gloom. Definitely need the Victreebel, but instead of Gloom, you could go Vileplume. Shadow Machamp is good. It's really squishy, but it's really good as well. So maybe it belongs in the A tier, but I really like this Pokemon nonetheless. Definitely a good pick. Gonna be weak to that confusion from Gallade, but that doesn't mean it's not good. It's gonna go down super fast. It's gonna be taking neutral damage from counters, whereas Medicham is taking resisted damage because it's a psychic type, right? But we know how powerful it is. And then we have Lapras or Shadow Lapras. I put the Shadow variant, but either one. Really bulky. You need to use an Elite TM if you want to get, like, I believe on Lapras, on Shadow Lapras. But definitely a solid pick. Very bulky, weak to fighting, but a very bulky Pokemon. Ice Shot is going to do damage to the grass types, but it's a water type, so it's going to be taking a lot as well from the Razor Leaf damage or grass type attacks in general. Dewgong, similar situation. It's an ice water type. It can debuff the opponent though with Icy Wind. So, if you have the double Legacy Dewgong, or if you have 2 Elite TMs to burn, then that's a good way to go. We have Hitmontop, just another fighting type, definitely another interesting pick. Could be pretty good. I think we have other better fighting type options in this cup, but definitely a good one if you want to try something unique. It could be pretty fun. Wishcash is similar to Swampert, but I think Swampert is better. So, yeah, then we have Gliscor as an option. Shadow Golbat, double resisting those Razor Leaf attacks, plus doing super effective damage with its flying fast move, as well as Poison Sting, really fast, not Poison Sting, Poison Fang, really fast to get to it, Shadow Ball to hit Frostlass as well. So this could be a pretty interesting pick. And I actually put it on one of my solid team options later on. We'll look at that. Scrafty, another fighting type. This one is not weak to confusion. It's weak to fighting though, so if it's going up against another fighting type like Medicham, it's going to be taking super effective damage and dishing out resisted damage. So that's why, again, I think Medicham is probably the best one. Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff could be pretty good because it's doing super effective damage, right, to the fighting types. It does have to watch out for those Razor Leaf users. because it's going to dish out resisted damage and it's going to be taking a lot from Razor Leaf. I know I talk about Razor Leaf a lot, but I know you guys don't like it. That's why I'm trying to help you out. Beedrill or Shadow Beedrill, resisting those Razor Leaf attacks as well, double resisting them because it's a bug and poison type. So really powerful against even Abomasnow, because poison, yeah, it's poison fast move is going to be pretty good. Toxicroak, another fighting type, but yeah, anyway, solid team options. We do have the double shadow Razor Leaf user team. Unfortunately, sorry guys, but it is a solid team option in my opinion. So we do have that Victreebel and Gloom, and then we have the Galarian Stunfisk, so those three. And then we have Frostlass, Swampert, and Gallade. So Gallade, just in case you run across another of this double Razor Leaf team, you have Gallade as the confusion user that can do super effective damage. Plus it hits a lot of other things hard, like Swampert, which I think is going to be really common with the Leaf Blade. You guys get it. It can hit Galarian Stunfisk really hard. And plus, if you see that your opponent has a lot of Pokemon that are strong or that resist Razor Leaf, you don't have to bring the Razor Leaf users with you. You could bring Swampert, Frostlass, and Gallade, or Stunfisk. Lead Stunfisk to throw them off, to maybe they'll think that you have the double Razor Leafs in the back, and then in the back you got a Swampert and Frostlass. You get the point. And then the next team is not going to be a double Razor Leaf user team. It's going to be things that actually counter it. We have Articuno, which is resisting it because it's a flying type. Then we have Medicham, which is a solid pick. Golbat resisting it again. Galarian Stunfisk, it's neutral to it, but it could maybe take some shields from Victreebel with Rock Slide. Abomasnow resisted, and then Gallade does not resist Razor Leaf, but it's doing a lot of damage with Confusion. Anyway, this is the Nightfall Cup, and thanks again to PV Pokey. And looks like an awesome cup. Looks like a fun cup, even though I know the Shadow Razor Leaf, who knows, maybe it won't be as dominant as I kind of think it might be. Maybe a lot of people will think it will be dominant, so a lot of trainers will bring anti-Razor Leaf users with them, maybe 4 out of 5, who knows, or 4 out of 6, I should say. Either way, that's going to conclude this video. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you all have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.